As Sea of Thieves turns 5, owls have been confirmed and future plans teased.
Hi Jared.
Hi.
You alright? Hi, it's me, the one you forced to see notifications about owl requests every day. We will be adding owl pets to Sea of Thieves.
Will you really?
At some point. We will. We will. There is concept art. I can show you concept art. Do you want to see concept art?
I would love to see concept art.
It's going to be janky because I don't know if I can share my screen. So you're going to get webcam of my screen. Look at this fella.
Oh!
And there's its butt. This is, owl whip, owl work in progress. So, owl pets are coming.
Alright then, let's kick things off with owls. That clip you just saw there was the reveal of owl pets coming to Sea of Thieves. It was in the post-credit scene of Sea of Thieves Voyage of a Lifetime, the feature-length documentary about the development of the game. It was a fantastic piece of film and I would highly recommend going and checking it out for yourself. It's very nostalgic and really tells the story of the whole development process all the way back from years and years and years ago. If you're confused about who either of the two people in that clip were, let me catch you up. The person on the left is someone called Owlet, a member of the Sea of Thieves community who has been requesting owls for years. He did daily owl requests and there's been a whole bunch of stuff that went on between him, Rare and Sea of Thieves. It became a bit of a joke within the community and everyone always asked Rare for them because of this. And now they're finally coming, which is absolutely amazing that a community member requested this for years and they're finally adding it. The person on the right was James Bowden, who is social media lead at Rare. We don't know when owls are going to be released or what the 3 variants are going to look like. If there's going to be 3 variants with foxes, there's only 1 variant, but with every other pet in the game there's multiple, so only time will tell. Amazing they are coming to the game though, and I cannot wait to see them. Let's move on to many articles though, because yesterday it seems that every Game Press site wanted to release an article on Sea of Thieves, and as such there has been a ton of information due to developer interviews. Kicking things off with the developers talking about fan-requested updates and also future teasers. On the possibility of new regions, Mike Chapman responded, absolutely. With the Devil's Draw, it was very much that idea: when you go there, you get more reward, but you're taking more risk. I think we've done that now. So another one like that, I don't think we'd go there creatively. You don't want it to just be a palette swap. There's experiences in Sea of Thieves that you could probably only deliver by adding a new kind of biome, giving you a whole new type of world experience. But I think our focus will be on how we can bring something to the game that you haven't seen before, beyond it being just snowing out. Like, you'd have to fundamentally kind of mix up the gameplay, and that's what we'd be looking for. So I think it'd be relatively simple to add a new biome if it was just a palette swap, but I think it needs the gameplay and mechanics to support it. That would be our focus. Shelley Preston then made a comment that they made the Devil's Roar as this intentional location. It's off to the side of the map and you have to make an effort to go there, and it had an unintended side effect of being less on the core path, which is interesting. So maybe in the future regions would be more on the beaten path, have more to do there, so it's part of a core session. On the potential for more crossovers, Mike Chapman responded with, I think there are other IPs outside of Pirates of the Caribbean that I think we could tell an interesting story with, but I think it would start with, what's the seed of a story that makes sense and complements the Sea of Thieves world? And I think that's the main thing. You never want to leave the story and feel like Sea of Thieves has been diminished, and you'd rather be playing the other world. We believe in our world, and it's about putting the Sea of Thieves world and what it stands for on a pedestal. And there are IPs that allow for an interesting, playful way to expose that. So there's a small number of IPs I could probably count on, and I can definitely count on one hand, but I won't list them now. On some fans' request for a private server or solo mode, Mike Chapman responded, I think there are a million ways you could probably accomplish that and meet the expectation. I think, never say never to anything. Sea of Thieves is the pirate game and we want to give everyone a great pirate experience. I think it'd be about doing it in a way that doesn't detract from the core magic of the game, which is that shared world. We've got no plans there, but who knows where this game will take us. But the main thing is the shared world to Sea of Thieves is always at the heart of this experience, and that's what we create experiences for. Quite a cool idea, adding a photo mode in a future update? Chapman again responded with, "We would love to do that. Last year we expanded our internal tools for our video teams so that you can always detach the camera when you're kind of playing in the debug version of the build, but they've really got a cool set of cinematic tools now where they can change the framing and FOV on the fly and position the camera in lovely ways and set up multiple cameras. Like every time I see that tool, I always think about putting it in the player's hands, the type of content they'd create. You'd see more wonderful memories and stories being shared, so I'd love to do that. Not on the roadmap, but we'd love to do that." On creating Sea of Thieves spin-off games, Craig Duncan's studio head at Rare replied, "We have had teams come and pitch us game ideas within Sea of Thieves, I think Sea of Thieves is kind of big enough and prominent enough as a franchise that it happens. And I don't think you'd ever say never on these things, and yeah, maybe for a Sea of Thieves fan you'd want to play a different genre or type of game in the same universe. We've done the novel, we've done comics, and we've done world building outside of that, but definitely no current plans for genre spin-offs. And I think if people pitch to us, which they have, I think we'd go, probably not, but if you want to, you could work on some of Sea of Thieves' features. We've got a backlog of things." Craig also then comments on how future updates may affect Xbox One players, and to summarise, he effectively says that the more things they put in Sea of Thieves, more pressure they put on the Xbox One version. One of the very real challenges is having to try and make memory and resources and determine how Sea of Thieves fits those new things. And it's much easier on high-end hardware than it is on the OG Xbox One that Sea of Thieves still supports. However, they want everyone to be able to come in and play Sea of Thieves, and they'll always want that whatever version you're on. So it's just one of those things that they'll figure out as they go. It seems there's no plans set in stone for now, but there may come a day where that happens. The final piece of information we're going to be covering this video is over on the Xbox news article covering the last 5 years of Sea of Thieves, and it's in the conclusion. But Sea of Thieves' tale is far from a closed book. At 5 years old, there's still much the team wants to add. In fact, they recently had a meeting to plan out the next 5 years. I hear ideas for smuggling mechanics, the option for players to be rewarded for protecting other players from griefers, and even a mechanic for painting screenshots that Chapman once told me about, 2 years before the game had even launched. That final paragraph there is very interesting. Smuggling mechanics could be awesome. The option for players being rewarded for protecting others against griefers, that could be really cool. I'd be interested to see what the rewards are. Hopefully not gold. They definitely have to be cosmetical. And then painting screenshots. Oh, that would be amazing. Imagine having a captaincy trinket and getting to display it on your boat like a screenshot that you have taken. That could be so incredibly awesome. You could have a huge painting as well. I don't know, the possibilities of paintings are endless to be able to showcase your creativity and just uniqueness about you and your boat. That does just about bring us to the end of the video. Let me know what you think of all this down in the comments below. Are you excited for the future of Sea of Thieves, and what do you want to see in the next 5 years? Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel an absolute ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out. And while you're at it, why not hit the bell as well so you never miss a single upload. But anyways, apart from all that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.